What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. A little bit different video, huh? We're not in front of my camera, just sitting there. Today we're going to talk about, I thought about this, and what should your main goal be as a railroad conductor? Number one, make sure you make it home to your family and your kids, right? But other than that, other than safety and getting back home to your family, what should be some other goals that you should have, or characteristics that you should try to get better at, that would make your job easier? Number one, make your job safer. Hey, real quick, guys, while we're driving down the road headed to the lake, I was going to say, if you're a newer conductor or you're looking to become a conductor, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. And the reason I say that is this channel is completely dedicated to you guys, and we have built a community here that has old head engineers, old head conductors. I've even got engineers that I used to work for in the past. My local chairman's on the channel. All these guys are super smart when it comes to the railroad. They've been doing it for years, way more experience than I do, and they always give valuable input. So if you're looking to become a conductor for the railroad, if you want to become a conductor or you want to become an engineer for the railroad, I want to invite you to subscribe. If you have any questions, ask. I'll be live streaming. You can catch me live if you have any questions. So we're going to jump into that today, but first, let's get to the lake and we'll talk about it some more. I think the first thing really to be important, or you need to think about being a conductor, is obviously being efficient, right? So the quicker you can get your switching done, the quicker you can go home. And most times, 9 times out of 10, the engineer feels the same way. They want to hurry up and get done and get gone. You know, it's going to take time to understand how to switch certain cars, so that way you're not double switching. I wouldn't stress too much about it. It will start to come to you. You'll be working, and either the engineer will say something to you, or you'll actually catch yourself and say, man, why did I do that? I should have done it this way. And that's just how you learn. You know, when I went to Nucor, Big Mike, who was training me, he'd say, man, why didn't you do it this way? He's teaching me, but he don't understand that he's teaching me. And I would just tell him, Mike, I'm hard-headed, man. The only way I learn is by doing stuff the hard way. And the second would be attention to detail, especially when it comes to your bulletins, your slow orders. Being organized. I used to have a piece of paper, and I'd fold it in half, and I would have down my mile markers for my slow orders and the miles per hour, all of them. And we used to have to write down our signals too, but then we had to memorize turnout speeds on our switches. They memorize all kinds of stuff. When it comes to attention to detail, I think the best way to approach this characteristic or trait or whatever it's considered, I'm not even sure yet. The best way to approach that is, if you do not have the attention to detail trait, I would say the best thing is look at it this way. If you blow through that slow order, or you forget to call a slow order, or you forget to holler at that RWIC worker before you go into his limits, that's going to be your job. Yours and your engineer's job. So efficiency, attention to detail, and I'm not the most organized person in the world. If y'all saw my truck, holy cow, it's been a work truck for now 7 years, and it is a mess. My boat's a mess right now, but when it comes to, I guess it's because I'm going to try and protect mine and my engineer's job. That's what it boils down to, or I'm gonna save mine and my engineer's life, one of the two. That's why I'm real big about communicating with other trains that are around us. I want to know where they're at. I want to know what they're doing. And engineers are the same way, and you'll see once you get down. You guys, when it comes to like organization skills, like I said, I'm not the most organized person. Just make sure I had really two things. I wanted to make sure I had them where I could get to them quickly. And that'll be one, my bulletins, right? So all my slow orders and mandatory directives, and then my train consist. And the reason I say train consist is in case we derail. I want to have that consist with me. That way I can go back there and see exactly where the derail starts, and then see what's behind the car that's derailed. Are there any hazardous materials, flammable materials? Are there any spills? Go back there and look if there are any spills. Who do I call? Say being aware of your surroundings. I know that kind of goes without saying, but not even when you're boots on the ground. When you're sitting in the console, pay attention to what the engineer's doing while he's running, because one day you're going to be an engineer. And the reason I know what I know is because the engineers would teach me. I would ask them questions, and I would pay attention to how they ran these trains when we're going up and down these hills. Doing that right there it taught me a lot. Now, the reason I say that also is, just like my friend that got hurt, being aware of your surroundings could potentially save your life, and it could also potentially save your job. But when you're sitting there in the cab, or you're training as a conductor, just paying attention to what your conductor, not even when he's talking, not in a weird way, like I'm not trying to be like in a creepy way, but just pay attention to his mannerisms and what he's doing while they're going down the track. Is he looking at his signals? Is he looking at his mandatory directives or his bulletins, slow orders? Is he watching his milepost on the track? Is he, then you can watch the engineer. You're sitting right there in the middle seat most of the time. You can stand up if you want to in the train. You can watch the engineer, how he runs when he's going up and down hills. When's he getting out of his throttle? When's he getting in his dynamics? Of course, that's something you can worry about later once you're marked up as a conductor. But you'll start to realize, you start to get interested in those things. When is the engineer hitting his counter? When is the engineer starting to get out of his throttle? When is the engineer getting in dynamics? All that good stuff. I found all that stuff really interesting. And, and the same go for a conductor. When he's counting down cars, how is he counting down cars? When is he getting a three-step? Or how is he getting a three-step? And then how does he lace his air hoses? How does he cut his air in? And everything, everybody does stuff differently. And when I train people, I would always tell them, look, this is how I do it, but take what I do and then put your own spin on it, because not everybody does everything the same, and I'm very humble in that aspect, knowing that I don't have the right way. I just have my way, and everybody has their own way. So I'm very understanding in that aspect. If you go out there and you start training, just try and do these things the best you can. Start to work on them. Like I said, they'll come with time. What do you think are the most important traits for a conductor to be successful? Because like I said, I know I'm not right. This is just my spin on it, and I want to hear y'all's opinion, because any new conductor who stumbles across this video can read the comments, and then they can gather their own information and go from there. But with that being said, I haven't caught hardly anything, and as you can see, these clouds behind me are looking mighty dark, so we're going to take it to the house. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different than me sitting in front of my computer talking. I don't want to turn this to a fishing channel. It was really just me taking you along with me for today. I was going to get out and fish after this cold front's come through, and I wanted to make a video for this week. Let me know, what do you think? What do y'all think y'all's top 3 characteristics or top 3 traits that you think a conductor should have? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear them, because I know I'm not right. This is just my opinion, and I want to hear y'all's opinion. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Y'all stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.